Taking a look at some of our news for this Monday morning. It is July 24th, 2017. On the whole Trump-Russia issue, the U.S. Congress has reached a deal on fresh sanctions. Apparently, some folks are still convinced that the Russians were involved in attempting to influence the 2016 elections and are now punishing Russia for perceived wrongdoing. Joseph Dunford, that's the chief of staff, says that Russia's most military capable country of those who are posing a threat to the United States. So basically, out of all of the militaries and other countries in the world that we could end up in a conflict with, we are most threatened by Russia. Even though, according to his own assessment, North Korea is the more imminent, immediate threat, he believes that the United States could easily take care of North Korea, whereas if we get into it with the Russians, well, that's the one that's going to be the biggest threat to us long term. The Minneapolis police chief resigned on Friday, just days after that fatal police shooting of an unarmed Australian woman. The pressure put on that person to resign, coming from the mayor of Minneapolis, who said that the public's trust was eroded by her reaction. Now, if I recall, wasn't that police chief attempting to get the police officer to testify as to what happened? That police officer still has not done so. The star of Home Alone by the name of John Hurd, he's the dad. He's died at age 71. Friends and co-stars paying tribute once again. And it looks like Donald Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort have cut a deal. They'll be talking to the Senate in private. They'll be avoiding a public hearing this week. The latest Republican health bill has been called a porkfest and a monstrosity by none other than Rand Paul, as it looks like the Obamacare replacement is officially dead. I think we already knew that, but at this point, it's still something is alive. I'm not sure. The president keeps going back and forth between repeal it, let Obamacare die, give me a replacement before you do anything else. Who knows where it goes from here. Jeremy Corbyn, he's the Labour leader in Britain. That's the Labour Party. He admits that he was unaware of the size of student debt when he pledged to, quote, deal with it. And now they're saying that he was using students as basically political fodder to try to get them to help vote for Labour with the promise that he was going to get rid of the student debt. Well, now, obviously we can't get rid of the student debt. It is simply too big. Many more stories than we have time for. Among them, the alarming number of earthquakes in Oklahoma and neighboring states since fracking began in 2009, the Syrian truce crumbling, and the installation of security cameras in Jerusalem at the holy sites. If you'd like to get more, make sure you check out the website radiofreespeech.com and become a subscriber. Last story I'll mention in passing because it is the subject of my commentary today. 3 American science journals published a spoof scientific study that was full of Star Wars references. I'll be talking about that, and I'd love to get your reaction. Send me an email, steve@radiofreespeech.com.